out of there.
Ain't nothing but against the party.
Like that up, Snoop. Why you acting like that?
YouTube, what is up? This is Nick's Kicks 35 coming at you with another video. Ending the year off right because I went on a hiatus for a few months, several months. I didn't post any videos. Haven't had time. A new addition to the family, so things been hectic, work, family, things like that. So my New Year's resolution is I'm gonna grind out and actually get a lot of content out to you in 2019. So I have some content recorded. I'll probably put it out later. Some stuff I recorded but never really put out. Some stuff I'm just not going to put out because it was like reviews of releases from several months ago and things like that. So I want to come at you today with a top 10, my 10 best pickups. So these are pickups that I picked up. Not all these shoes might have came out this year, but these are the shoes that I bought. I thought about it. I bought about 30-something shoes this year. I got a lot of steals. Several shoes I got for like way under retail. Some shoes I bought strictly for customs, things like that. So without further ado, I'm going to give you my top 10 list. But I got about 13 to 14 shoes sitting out here. So it's hard for me to do this list. So it may actually even be a top 12 because I just can't put anything out. But these were like the 12 like I had to have. Like when I saw these shoes, 12 shoes I haven't had of my pickups. Now also because I'm shooting this video on December 31st. And I had a pickup. I bought a pair of shoes off of StockX on December 29th, but that shoe will not get to me in time for me to shoot this video. I probably won't get the shoe until and probably until like in January sometime because the seller still hasn't shipped. So the shoe is the Yeezy Wave Runner 700. It was a shoe I've been contemplating. I pulled the trigger on it after Christmas. I had me some extra cash when I got paid, and I said I usually treat myself to a pair of sneakers around Christmas time, but I didn't do this year. I was taking care of everybody else. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and cop those Wave Runners. So the Wave Runners probably would have made my list because when I see those things on feet, I'm like, wow, those look really good on feet. I had to get a pair. So the Wave Runners would be on this list, but I do not have the shoe in hand. So let's start it off. We're going to get right into it. So my top 12-ish sneaker is, I'm going to go with the white and red threes. So, I mean, the white and red threes, white cement threes is one of my favorite shoes. I go back and forth between that and the black cement shoe as my favorite Jordans. 3 is my favorite number. I didn't get all the threes that came out this year. Some threes I just kind of didn't want. But, I mean, it's pretty much just like the white cement except for the black. You have the red on the shoe. I mean, they did give us the Jumpman, but when you love 3 so much, Jumpman, Nike Air. I really prefer Nike Air, but Jumpman, I'm not going to care too much. So, the Hall of Fame threes, Katrina threes, whatever you want to call them. White and red threes. I wore these a bunch this year. Goes with anything. It's almost like the white cement colorway, just with that red pop back there. I love this shoe, but it's not the OG white cement 3. It doesn't have Nike on the back, so that's why it's going to end up a number 12 on my list. So getting to the 11th shoe is going to be another pair of Jordan 3s, the Tinkers. Now, these are probably going to be on people's worst list. People didn't like them. They didn't like the swoosh. I love this red heel tab in the back with the Nike Air, that red with the white Nike Air. That just pops. I love this. It looks like a, like a fire red 3 alternate type of colorway. I mean, I don't mind the black swoosh on the 3s. I kind of like it. It just reminds me of something that would have came out back in the day around when these things were released. So, I mean, you have the Nike right there. That doesn't bother me, the Tinker signature. I'm pretty sure I did a video on these. These 3s were a must for me. When I seen them, I had to have them. It's just so how funny that like shoes go, that when these dropped on Sneakers app, and then that was like it, and then they sold out. If you wanted a pair, they're going for like $350, $400. A few weeks down the line, they release at a bunch of Foot Actions and other stores like that, and then they eventually sit. So that's just sneakers. Just, I mean, pretty much anything with limited quantities is just going to sell and just be hyped up. So this is going to be number 11 on my list, the Tinker 3. So we're going to get into the 10th shoe on my list. Now this is a shoe that is probably going to be one of my top 5 Jordans of all time. So you wonder if it's one of my top 5 Jordans, why would it be 10 on my list this year? And pickups is because I already have the shoes. My second time picking it up. The shoe been retro quite a few times. And that is the Air Jordan 13 He Got Game. I remember watching the movie back in the day. I'm a huge fan of Denzel. Ray Allen's in the movie. Ray Allen's one of my favorite basketball players. From back in the day. And when that movie came out, And when you walked in the store and you just asked for the new Air Jordans, he didn't say the Air Jordan 13. They didn't have names. They were just the new Jordans because that's all they sold. They sold this and then maybe like one other team model. He went in, he copped the new Jordans. They were the Air Jordan 13 he got game. That white and black colorway. 13s are one of my top 5 and favorite models. This is probably, it's hard for me to pick between this and the Bread 13s as my favorite Jordan 13, but I'll probably have to go with the He Got Games as being my number 1 Jordan 13 favorite. But it's just going to be 10 on my list because this is my second pair. I copped the 2013 release. Every time these come out, I will buy a new pair. Just know that's one of my favorite Jordans. So it's going to end up 10 on my list. Coming in at number 9 is, now this is probably my second favorite silhouette of the Jordan model, and it's the Air Jordan 1. And coming in at, this is, number 9, is going to be the Air Jordan and the gold toes. I mean, this shoe is just so freaking nice. I mean, the Complex Con one that released, that was like the top 3 version. Those were sick, but I mean, like the last time we had like a black and gold Air Jordan 1, they were super limited, reselling in the couple $1,000 range for the patent leather, the black and gold. These are so clean. I had an occasion that I was going to wear them, and I missed out on that occasion, so I'm saving these for a special occasion. These are just going to be something brought out when I want to like dress up and go somewhere and have that patent leather with the black and the gold and the white just pop out. So that's what I'm saving these for. But I mean, these shoes are sexy. We have not got like a patent leather white, black, and gold Jordan. We don't get those too often. When it came on was Jordan 1, it was an NRG. I knew I had to have it. Unfortunately, I picked this up resale. Got it from a local shop. 9 out of 10 condition. Shout out to them. So the Air Jordan gold toes, those are coming in at number 9. Let's get to number 8. Okay, so number 8 on my list would have to be, we could call it, well, no. Let's do this. Now, I haven't got a chance to clean the shoe because I beat the hell out of it. It's probably one of my most worn shoes of the year, but I would have to give it to the Bread Toes. The only reason I'm giving it to the Bread Toes is it's not quite an OG. I do prefer the Breads or the Black Toes over this colorway. One thing I hate about the shoe is the leather was super good, and I just creased the freak out of it. I creased the fuck out of that shoe. I ain't even gonna lie. That shoe is creased to hell. Look at that. But I mean, if I want to wear a sneaker shield, I'll pop that in. It makes it look a lot better. But these Bread Toes are beat. You can tell I wear the hell out of them. A nice beat pair of black and red Air Jordan 1s is always a must. It wasn't exactly an OG colorway. They were kind of hard to get. I do prefer these over the Shattereds. I mean, I know Shattereds have the leather, but I'm not a huge fan of orange like that. Wearing some like orange kicks. So the Bread Toes are coming in at number 8. That's right, number 8. Bread Toes at number 8. And yeah, I beat the hell out of these things. Let's get to number 7. Number 7 on my list is going to be another pair of Air Jordan 1s. Air Jordan 1s come back to back. A lot of Jordan 1s that came out this year. I only copped like several of them. I didn't get any of the super limited or hype ones. But, oh, I just showed you a peek, so I might as well go ahead and pull it out. The Pine Green Air Jordan 1s. These are coming in at number 7 on my list. Or, no. Yeah, number 7 on my list. Sorry about that. Losing count. The reason why these are coming in at number 7 on my list, I haven't got a chance to wear these yet. As you know, I'm a big Celtics fan, so I do like the color green, and I like Air Jordan 1s, and they've only really put these like on the DMPs, and, you know, they had the Jumpman on the back, the Jumpman on the tongue, but those were like more of like a black toe traditional type colorway. I caught these off of StockX, got the little StockX hang tag on them, but I mean, I got them for a real good price. I think I paid like $200 for these on StockX. Not bad, but I did flip. I didn't win any raffles on these. I was able to get out to a local shoe store, and they had some of the Court Purple grade school sizes sitting around, so I was able to get that, flip that for like twice as much, and then bought these. So, I mean, in actuality, I kind of paid under retail because I paid $130 for a GS Court Purple, sold that for about $300 on StockX, and then bought these. So this is still a pretty good come up to me. The pine green with that green, and it's, I mean, the same color blocking as the Bread Toe. I wish they would give us some more green Air Jordan 1s and different color blockings, something like the Breads and like the Black Toe colorway. I know they did it, but I want to get in that OG form right there. So, I mean, me being a Celtics fan, them not really doing a whole lot of green on Air Jordans, and I love when they do green Air Jordans. I mean, look at that green outsole. just so beautiful. The leather quality is pretty decent. I think it's a little bit very similar to the bread toes and everything like that. But the Pine Green Air Jordan 1s, just because it's a Green Air Jordan 1, and Celtics being one of my favorite teams, and Jordan 1s being one of my favorite silhouettes, you know how to put that on my list. So, now, let's get into number 6. So, this is going to be tough. Number 6 is going to be tough for me. It's a shoe. Now, most of the shoes I showed you came out this year so far. But this is a shoe that did not come out this year. Didn't even come out last year. Matter of fact, this shoe came out about, I don't know, around 14. When these shoes come out. I'm just going to go ahead and show them to you. I wanted to get a pair of Air Zoom Generations. I started really looking on the resale market because I didn't get the St. Mary St. Vincent's. So I started looking. I came across on the eBay page. Seller was selling these for a really, really good price. I think I paid like a total of like $112 for these. I'm going to post a video that I shot on these of me unboxing them when I got them off of eBay. And I was looking, I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead. I'm going to talk about the shoe a little bit in the video. But I was like, let me go ahead. I know they're used, but look at that shoe for the age. These came out 2003, 2003. It's 2018. Well, I mean, I bought them a few months ago back in 2018. So that would give 7 plus 8. So 15 years, give or take 15, 14 years. I don't know exactly when this shoe released. What's the date inside? 2003. So it's made in 2003. So 15 years. Look at the bottom of those shoes. That's pretty good. Not no like a lot of heel drag. I haven't even cleaned the shoes yet because I want to do a deep clean and do a video of me. I don't even really have to restore them. I mean, I think once I'm not sure if I'm going to put them in the washing machine because I don't know how much separation I'm going to get. But the shoes are in pretty good mint condition. I mean, there's a little bit of like hair, like animal hair inside there. But I mean, it's really not that bad. I mean, look, there's not a whole lot of yellowing going on. These shoes are fresh. And I was like, you know what? It's not the exact colorway I wanted. This is more like that white and like deep red on that like old school Cavs jersey and everything. I know I'm a Celtics fan. But, I mean, having a pair of OG LeBrons, I did not get the OG box or anything. But if you think about it, think about how much the OG, if you had an OG pair of like Jordan 1s or 2s or 3s from the 80s, they're going for a couple $1,000s easily. So, I was like, you know what? Let me grab a pair of these LeBrons because the value of these will eventually increase. So this is something I'm definitely going to keep in my collection. After I restore them, I'll probably rock them a few times because they're already used. But I don't really beat my shoes up. I'll probably wear them for like special occasions and things like that. So, you know, I'm definitely going to, you know, keep these in the collection. I mean, a pair of original LeBrons. LeBron's going to go down as the second greatest player of all time because, you know, I like Jordan better. But, I mean, the second greatest player of all time sneaker. He's also signed with Nike. These things will be worth money in the future. So I'm probably never going to get rid of these. If I ever got the chance to meet LeBron, I would definitely like to get him signed. So that shoe's going to come in at number 6 for me. Coming in at number 5, another pair of really old sneakers. A pair of shoes that came out when I was in high school that I wanted to get, but I couldn't afford to cop a lot of shoes when I was in high school. So when I seen them on eBay for a super, super steal of a price, and they need a little bit more work. Oh, I'm already giving hints because I'm showing them in the shoe. You probably still didn't get it. Is the Air Jordan 14 in the white forest green graphite, light graphite colorway. Now these things, I mean, the sock line is a little dirty, but I mean, I'm pretty sure with the Rejuvenated Sneaker Laundry System, I can get that out. I'm just not sure if I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to give them a super deep clean and see if I can get them much cleaner. But I mean, look, I mean, these are not in bad condition. I paid like $70 for these. Look at the bottom. Bottoms look good. After a good scrubbing, you know, maybe some Salon 40 cream. But I mean, really the real problem is this on the shoe. Is this little thing right here. I'll wet sand that a little bit, paint that, you're not going to notice it. I mean, because I think I got these before the Pine Greens came out or whatever, but I was like, I do want, you know, the white and green Jordans. I'm looking for the white and green 4s. That's one of my girls to get. I just couldn't buy them when they came out. These were another pair because I do like to try to, you know, I have a crap ton of Jordans that are like white and red, black and red, you know, all kinds of reds and blues and things like that. So I kind of want to, you know, brighten up my collection a little bit with some green cakes. So I copped these for $70. This was a steal pickup for me. I am going to shoot a restoration video on these as well as the LeBrons I just showed. These are going to be coming out in 2019. I'm going to clean them up. and we're gonna rock them. So that's the shoe that's coming in number 5. No, yes, yeah, that was 5. Sorry about that. Okay, so now this is where it gets to my top 4 are really tough, and my number 1's gonna surprise you. So we're gonna get into that. I guarantee it's not gonna be number 1 on anybody else's shoe collection top 10 video on YouTube. So coming in at number 4, I'm gonna have to give it to the cap and gown Air Jordan 11s. Now I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is a boring sneaker. It was just like an average black 11. They look like the Gammas." Da 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 da. I was the same way. I was at work on break chilling, and I seen these come across on the J23 app that they were getting these. I was able to get in, check out, and get my size. So that's another reason why I bought them. But when I got the shoe in hand, I still wasn't feeling them. But when I put these on feet, I mean, just this nice suede upper with the cap and gown type shoestrings, it being all blacked out with that high cut patent leather and that deep tinted blue outsole. I mean, you can rock these with a lot of different outfits and things like that. I just busted them out like the other month, like started really like wearing them for real with some nice outfits, and these look great with some like dark blue jeans and like black jeans. So I really grown to appreciate it. I mean, I like the shoe of what it looks like on feet. So that's why the cap and gown is going to be number 4, because it grew on me. I probably wouldn't even put this in my video. I contemplated on selling it, but after wearing this a few times, I was like, yo, these just look phenomenal on feet. They look so good with so many outfits. I just like this type of like all black sneaker, so I had to get that on the list. Coming at number 4, the Air Jordan 11 cap and gown. Coming in number 3, I gotta do it, is the Air Jordan 11 Concords. This was probably like, if I knew what was coming out this year, I was like, 2 shoes I gotta get, Black Spin 3s, Air Jordan 11 Concords. Don't care if I gotta pay resale. Don't care what the resale is gonna be. They will be in my collection. So I had to get these. I never owned a pair of Jordan 11 Concords before. I had the lows. I wasn't able to get the highs when they released back in 2013 or back in the day when they came out. I remember Mike wearing these like during the game. I'm like, Mom, I need those. I need those. But my mom was never buying me Jordans because people were literally like, where I'm from, like dying over these sneakers. So your parents, even if you could afford to get them, they was hesitant on buying them because they didn't want you getting shot for your shoes. So with the Air Jordan 11s, they did it right. They did it just like the PE from that series with the 45 on the back. I mean, you guys probably seen plenty of reviews on this shoe. I mean, these are super nice. I didn't get a chance to wear mine yet, but you can't go wrong. Anytime these Concords come out, they will sell out. They will get, I just didn't get enough pairs. I wanted to get a double up of these because I wanted to wear a pair now and like beat them up, and then I wanted to put a pair on ice. But resale is not bad on the shoe, so I probably will go back later on down a couple months and grab me another pair. I guarantee they're probably going to do some restocks in 2019 of these shoes like they did the red and the white and blues from last year. So the Air Jordan 11 Concord, I ain't got to do too much explain about the shoe, but this is on my list at number 3. Number 2 on my list, probably one of my favorite Jordans of all time. If you're watching this video, if you watched any of my other videos in the past, you already know what my favorite number is, and I just gave you another hint. It's the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. So when these came out, I had the dough, and I bought 2 pairs. So I've been beating up this pair, and I got another pair completely dead stock, ready to go in the box. This was a must. When these came out, I beat the hell out of these things. I wore them a lot. I still wear them a lot. And if I'm not sure, if I just got an outfit on, I'm like being like, oh, I got a rush. I'm not sure what shoes I should wear. I just throw these on because they pretty much go with anything. I know you guys hear that all the time, but with that Nike Air, the black cement done right with the Nike on the bottom, Nike in the insole. You can't see it because I got a Angela shoe tree in there, but I mean, not too much more explaining to do. But the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement 3 is number 2 on my list. And you already know why. These are probably number 1 on some people's list. They're probably not on people's list, but they are definitely on a majority of people's list of top 10 on Sneaker YouTube. Now, let's get into my number 1 shoe. Now, I did shoot a video for this when it came out, but I did not post it. I'll probably go ahead and post it on YouTube later in 2019 because I got some videos I'm going to go through. Some I'll post. Some I'll just scratch because I just think the time is wrong. But to end off this video, I guarantee it's not on a lot of people's list. It probably didn't make probably 99%. I don't watch everybody's on YouTube, but I'm probably the only person with this shoe as my number one or even in my top 10 of shoes that came out. And this was just a shoe. The concept behind it, what it went to, was just so dope in my opinion. The New England Patriot RKK Ultra Flyknit Air Force One Low. Now, this might shock a lot of people. A lot of people probably hate this shoe. I think this was just a dope pair of Air Force Ones. I mean, I talked about my favorite Jordans, but Air Force One is probably my favorite sneaker of all time. If I had to pick one shoe to wear, I'd probably just do the Air Force One because I could get those in like so many different colorways, and they could just go with anything. You could wear them on the court, you can wear them off the court, you can wear them casually, you can wear them this, you can wear them that. But I had to get these because the New England Patriots is my favorite team. So it says on the tongue, it says Nike Air, Robert Kraft, Patriots logo on the back. It has a bunch of details in the insole. I'm probably going to put that review out if you want to take a look. That review will be coming soon. But these are just they're super light, and they only released on the Sneakers app, limited quantities. Once they hit the Sneakers app, that was it. When they sold out, no more pairs, because all the proceeds went to the Boys and Girls Club, and they sold they sold at the Patriots Pro Shop, and they sold online. Now, I did have to pay resale for these shoes. I drove up. I went to Gillette Stadium when they played on Thursday Night Football. They played the Colts. That's the day they came out that morning at the Pro Shop. But I was driving up that morning. Almost crashed my car trying to drive up 95 trying to buy these sneakers. That was a pretty funny story. But almost crashed my car trying to buy these on the Pro Shop. Struck out on the Pro Shop. Struck out on sneakers. And was like, I was on StockX and was like, pulled the trigger. Just had to do it. The day after the game, I was like, forget it. I just told my brother, I said, I'm just going to have to pay it. I paid like $260 for the shoe. I think the shoes retailed at like $150, but I ended up paying like $260 plus shipping for the shoes. And it's worth every penny to me because all the other Patriot Air Force Ones, they're so limited. And I mean, nobody really talks about them because, like, if you're not a Patriots fan, like, why would you even give a fuck about this shoe? But, you know, me being a big Pats fan, and this is my top 10, just want to share it with y'all. So, the Air Force One Patriot Low is my favorite pickup of the year because you will not see the shoe again. I mean, they'll probably make different pairs, but you will not see the shoe, and it holds dearly harder to me that the Patriots is being my favorite sports team. So, this is Nick Kicks 35. That's my top 10, but I know I gave you about 12 different sneakers, but we can call it what we want. So it's my top 10, roll into the new year. New Year's resolution, I'm going to start banging out some more videos and giving y'all some more content in 2019. More videos on the way. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and hit the bell for more notifications when I drop videos. Other than that, thanks for watching, and peace.